Yeah, look at this. It's a long wheelbase. It is a pleasure of mine to do a video on how to replace the master cylinder on this van, seeing as I have one on the new shape and it was really not the best and I wanted to do it again. But this one's the old shape and we're gonna get it done. So I've met this vehicle. The pedal is it's not totally on the floor like in the previous video, but it's gone halfway, so I'm assuming he would have struggled to get it in gear, etc, etc. I can't remember the exact history on this van. If I remember rightly, he might have had a clutch done. I'm not sure, I'll have to confirm it. But for now, we're going to replace the master cylinder, and this is how it's going to be done. So just where I'm pointing, so you've got this hose here, it's coming from the bulk, leads into the servo, and then you've got this one down at the bottom where my light is. See if I can give you a better view. So that's the other pipe, or fixing should I say, that's the other part of the master, and you can see that it's fitting onto the brake hose, which will then lead to the slave. You'll obviously want to remove the little clip. There's a clip that's sitting there in a small hook of some type. Just remove that. You may want to put a catch pan just beneath it because you'll probably lose brake fluid. And this one, we're going to disconnect it from here, which is just a little hose clamp. You can replace it with a Jubilee of any sort, or you can just reuse that if you know how to. But yeah, we're going to remove that hose because I believe the new one will come with the hose. Now we're going to go inside. This may even just be instructions, and then I'll advise you to watch my other video on the new one on how to do the actual repair, because it's quite similar. There usually is a panel there, but that panel's been removed already, and it's just clipped, you can see. So you just pull that panel off, and then you've got a full view of the clutch pedal, which is right here. This is the clutch pedal. Don't worry about the clutch pedal too much. Worry about this thing that my light is now on. Can you see it? No, not the best view. Okay, you can see it. This little rubbery gator looking thing, that is your master cylinder. And if you look at this part just here, that part there, you can see that's where it connects to the clutch pedal. There's a little let's see if I can do this better. So then this is a small clip. You want to put a hook behind that and then pull it off towards you, and that will detach the master from the pedal. And then this here, this little not too sure what to call it, but these oval shapes, this one and that one, they're the two pipes that are going through the bulkhead. This one will be the one clipped onto the brake hose, and this is the one with the hose that's leading onto the servo. And then once the master is disconnected from the clutch pedal, you have, let's see if I can get you a good view of them. Bear with me. Alright, yeah, so not sure how well you can see that. So there's a few bolts there, and that's the slave, the master attaching to the bracket. So this is the brake pedal, don't worry about that. Just behind it you can see this bracket, and that's the 10mm just there, and then there's one above it. I'm not sure how well there's the one above it just behind the brake pedal. See if I can get my hand on it. So as you can see, it is awkward, very awkwardly placed. So that 10mm there, that one there, and then the other one beneath it. And then you can see there's a little pivot point as well, just that hole just above the nut. I know it's not focusing. That's where the slave pivots, just there, just there where my finger is, yeah, where I'm tapping. I'll move my finger and you'll see it. That's where it pivots. That's a little hook, so it hooks into that anchorage. So yeah, 2 10mm, that hook But once the 10 mils are out, it kind of just, you pull it towards yourself and it will unhook itself. And then with the pipes and the hoses disconnected from the bulkhead, you can just then pull the master and it should come off, and reattachment would be reverse of removal. Last instruction I'm going to give you, I'm just going to show you how the new master cylinder looks, so then you can also make more sense of my instructions. Once you've done all that, putting it in the new one back, obviously similar to, I mean, the opposite to the way you've taken it out, and then you'll need to bleed the system. I'm going to show you the new one. No, actually, I'm going to show you how to bleed the system because I've got a solo bleeder connected that you can easily do on your own, and then I'll show you what the new master cylinder looks like. In fact, I just got this, it's quite new. I'll show you the box, that might make it easier for you. I'm not actually an advocate or a fan of Clark's parts, but when it comes to a handy store that's readily open and available to get things like this from, yeah, Machine Mark can't go wrong. This is where I've just got this from just now. I had one, that one there. That one was from Sealy. It was slightly cheaper, but it's let me down. Rubbish. So I had to get this new one. But yeah, that's the price as well in the UK if you're interested. And that's pretty much what it does. And I'll show you what it does. So you just want to connect it up. You'll want to fill it up with brake fluid. I haven't filled it up. I've put some in because I was just testing it. Fill it up through here, the filler. Connect it to this cap which comes with it, which is just a simple airline connection. Make sure that's tight, and then obviously you pump using that. And then there's the pressure. Obviously you don't want to take it to the red. I put it at about 20 psi just to check if it was leaking, and it holds pressure. If there's a leak, the whole brake system will be pressurized and you'll be able to find it. Bleeding, very similar. Pressurize the system as I've just described. Make sure everything's tight, obviously, and then you want to find the bleeder, the slave, that is. So then you're going to go underneath the vehicle as we are now, and you're going to go to the gearbox, which is if you're using this van, which I'll put the van's details in the description. This one looks like it's had a starter motor recently, to be fair, but that's where your slave is. So that's just that little black tap looking thing just there. Ours is a little moist because we've just done the bleed, just to see what was the issue with this pedal. But yeah, it's quite simple. You should be able to just turn that tap with your hand. I'm not going to do it now because obviously that's going to open the system and allow air in. But once you've got it pressurized, and only once it's pressurized, if you put a little hose on top of the nipple there, and then obviously you want to turn it that way, anti-clockwise, then the fluid will come out. Any air that's gotten gets thrown out. Lock it up, maybe take the van for a drive, come back, reconnect it, bleed it again. Make sure that you don't leave it open whilst make sure you don't leave it open whilst the system is not pressurized. Once you've locked it tight, then you can release the pressure from the bleeder, and then that should bleed your van. Even if you've got any issues in terms of having to bleed the clutch, that is how it's done. If you want to get this job done correctly, that is what you'll need to do. I may grab some visuals as we're getting it done, but instruction wise, I hope that's helpful. Alright, I want to see if I can show you that clip, maybe even take it off while I'm filming, so you can see how it's done, because I know it's not the easiest. So you can see the top of it, can't you? I want to see if I can get a view of it from the side. There you go. That's a good shot of it. Where my light's shining, can you see the small little groove? It's like a little round horseshoe. You want to get a hook in that gap and then slowly pull it towards you. You don't want to lose that clip. Can you just see it where my light's shining? Just there. And this is the tool that I'm going to use. I'm just going to use this little hook. Just get behind it. Let's see if we can do it while I'm filming. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it while I'm filming, just because I need two hands and I don't want to lose the clip. Otherwise, this is what I'm going to do to get it up. Alright, listen, you get the idea, man. It's got a time. It's got. I just got it off, you see. And if I had two hands, that wouldn't have dropped. Let's see if we can find where it went. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, I'll find it and then I'll come and show you what it looks like and you can get it out. But that looked quite simple, didn't it? There it is, like a little horseshoe. So that's gonna force its way onto the groove. And it locks into place. It locks it into place. So with the hook, you're going to be aiming to try and fit it in like one of the gaps, like that, and then just kind of hook it off carefully. See if we can have a look what it looks like without it on. So I should be able to slide this off now, if I can reach it. Right, still under a bit of pressure. So you want to push the pedal in, and then that should be able to just come off the pedal. It's just a bit awkward for me to film, but I'll put links to the other videos in. With this and them ones, you should definitely be able to get yours done. So, yeah, you can see it now. Alright, sliding off now, yeah?
Huh?
No, I'm talking to everybody watching. So you just want to wiggle the pedal a little bit and negotiate it, and that's how you take it off. So you see mine's off now, pedal's free. And see if I can get you a better view. See, so that's where it pivots. This is the master, this one here, and just above that little protruding part, that is the pedal. As you can see, pedals now free from the master. So then we're going to get the 10 mils off. 1 10 mil just there, and my finger is, and then one beneath it. So these are the three tricky bits that you want to be careful and ensure that you don't lose, because there'll be a ball ache if you do. So this one I've already showed you. That one sits on the clutch pedal and hooks the master to the pedal. I showed you how to remove that. This one is pretty much you get these clips majority of the time on brake hoses, and that's on this one just here. See the one that's now leaking. So that's connecting the brake hose to the master on the inside. You'll want to remove this clip. I'm gonna have to zoom back out. What I did is I used this little flathead pry tool, and you just want, there's a small groove on the top, you want to slide that in and then turn it into the left-ish and kind of lever it out carefully. Possibly use two hands with your hand on top of it while you're levering it. When you've got it out enough, I'd probably recommend the pliers, which is what I did. There was a big enough gap for me then to just pinch it with the pliers and then hook that out nice and safe. Keep that safe. And then last but not least is this little rubber seal. They do cause a lot of people problems because this is just going to sit right on the top. Let's zoom back in. It's going to sit right on the top of that brake hose there. There's nothing holding it. It just basically plonks on the top, and that'll be just there, just right at the top of the nipple. It should be straightforward. Have a quick look and I'll put mine on for you. So ensure that that's sitting flush on top of the brake holes like that before you put it back into the master. Otherwise, once you're trying to get it running again, brake fluid will just be seeping out of there and you'll be trying to figure out why. So yeah, make sure you keep those little bits safe, and then the rest is just mechanical. You can just start attacking it. Well, last of all is this clip, but you should be able to work out to get that back off and replace it with a Jubilee if you need to. I did say I was going to get you some footage of the new one, didn't I? But we've got the old one out now anyway. So I can show you either. Oh, what a dog, man. He went and got the freaking slave. I'm glad that I caught that on footage. Yeah, he's gone and got the wrong part. So you need to figure that out. But this is how the Master looks. This is how it's meant to be. He's gone and got the one that goes inside the gearbox. So that's wrong. We all found out at the same time. I don't know what this is for. That is not... No, that is the Master. Ah, it is a ball ache.
For the brake, isn't it?
Yeah, I think... I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's wrong. Trying to ruin our video. But anyway, if you're trying to get your Master replaced... No, I know. We're going to ring him right now and we're going to let him know. I'm going to send him a video, in fact. But if you want to replace your Master, this is what you got to do. This is what it's looking like, yeah? This is the part that pivots on the clutch pedal. This is the part that goes through the bulkhead that sits on the servo. That part is connected to the brake hose. And these will be where your 10mm nuts are sitting. And that's the hook that pivots in that little hole. And it will come out this way towards you. So yeah, I hope that's helpful.